There we go. As I was saying in the previous sentence, it seems like you can't be a gamer nowadays because gamers are being given a bad name, just like comic book nerds. It seems like people that don't know anything about Batman or Superman or any other characters can just go watch a movie and they think they know everything about the character without ever reading any reference material or picking up a comic. Now,
that enrages me to a whole new level, because it's like when people see The Dark Knight, damn it, I know this is something we talked about in the last discussion video, but it's very, very true, the fact that whenever they see The Dark Knight, they think they know everything about the Joker. Okay? They think that simply because of what they saw in a movie or a TV show that, oh yeah, I know the Joker, I know everything about him. What, simply because you saw The Dark Knight? You don't know that he actually shot Barbara Gordon in the spine and paralyzed her? You didn't know that he actually assaulted Commissioner Gordon and showed him pictures of his daughter naked and completely scarred and beaten up? Well,
you'd
into a roller coaster.
And here's what's funny is that people were asking who Oracle was, and they saw Barbara Gordon, and they're like, oh, and I'm not making this up, somebody had actually played Arkham Asylum, and they never knew that she was Batgirl, and they're like, wait, if she's Batgirl, then why is she crippled? And I had to explain it to this guy, and he's like, that makes no sense. It's like, because you don't read the comics, that's why you don't get it. Don't play a game, don't watch a movie unless you know what you're watching. But see, everybody's sitting there saying, well, that's just ignorant to say, Steve. No, it's common sense. It's like if you're it's like if you're doing a research paper on World War II, or doing a research paper.
I wouldn't exactly say that people who don't know anything about Batman shouldn't play Arkham Asylum.
Well, I'm not saying that either, but I'm just saying. But what I'm trying to say is that know the reference material of what you're watching or what you're playing, so that way you understand a little bit better. Okay, this character is like this because.
Well, and the thing is that they even explain to you in Oracle's biography in the game why she's crippled. They explain to you how the Joker shot her and paralyzed her. So they explain that in the in-game biography of her.
And I mean, there are even
many riddles to block that.
And I think what's really interesting is that this same guy asked me. He goes, I don't understand that dialogue between after you fight Bane. Where Batman says, "This time I break you." He goes, "Have they fought before?" I'm like, that's a reference to Nightfall when Bane actually broke Batman's back. And he's like, wait a minute, Batman had his back broken? And it's like, yes, he did. And so I had to sit there and do long explanations. Now, don't get me wrong, Monster, and don't anybody else who watches this video, don't get me wrong. I don't mind answering and explaining comic book questions. I'm a huge geek like that. I like explaining it. It's one of those like passionate kind of deals. But when I have to constantly do it with the same person, it gets really fucking old and annoying after a while.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on, go on the internet and look this shit up. Quit bothering me with this crap, because sooner or later you're going to ask me something that I won't be able to answer, because I don't know everything about comic books. I know a good bit, yeah, but I don't know everything.
And I mean, I'll give like cool facts out too. Like one thing that I love doing is giving cool tidbits or like behind the scenes facts, like that. For example, the Adam West 1960s TV show with Adam West and Burt Ward. They had original concept, and see, you're laughing right now because see, Monster knows because I had told him. But they originally had a concept where, Mr. Freeze was actually the villain that replaced Two-Face. Two-Face was originally going to be part of the roster of villains for the Adam West TV show. Well, Two-Face, the producers thought, well, he's going to be too scarring for kids. This is a kid's show. But
You're feeling lucky, punk.
and just as Monster did there, I was going to hold the suspense a little bit, but Clint Eastwood was rumored to play Two-Face, which I can so picture that, but I swear to you, it is just Dirty Harry with like a with the right side of his face all messed up and flipping a coin. It's too hilarious. It's like watching those Sam Neill meat commercials.
Red meat. We were meant to eat it. Punk.
Oh. People aren't going to get those right. Wait, what?
I was...
Oh, shit, no!
No, since you were doing that, I just said, my coin! Coin. Get it? Get it? Oh, dude. That actually reminds me of that episode of Batman the Animated Series where like, it's the episode that introduces Batgirl, and then when you see Two-Face actually get flown in the air by a giant penny that falls on the ground, and then Gordon just says, wow, that's a first. A coin flips Two-Face.
But or I think the classic one, and I love it. I don't know how you feel, but I love the one where Hugo Strange is having a meeting among the villains, and Joker's like, hold it, hold it, hold it, and it's like, get out of my face, clown. Which one? The look on Harvey Dent's face is priceless.
Yeah, he looks like, oh, you've just fucking crossed the line.
In that moment, the Joker became even cooler to me. But, we're sitting there talking about comic books and all this stuff. We really need to kind of segue into other stuff that we wanted to talk about, aside from the God of War stuff. And one thing that I think Monster and I definitely want to talk about is Monster had recently done a video for Mass Effect 3, giving his thoughts and his speculations. I thought about doing my own, but I figured that I would talk about it, here. And a whole bunch of other stuff, and apparently my dinner's coming back up. But
all I'm gonna say is that BioWare needs to hurry up and get all those DLC quests done because I wanna find out what happens next in the story.
and I mean,
I like the idea that BioWare has for actually releasing all these downloadable quests that slowly bridge the gap between 2 and 3, just to sort of keep us satisfied while we wait for the third game to come out.
I definitely think the most shocking one was the Lair of the Shadow Broker, because I thought, okay, in Mass Effect 3 you'll get to confront the Shadow Broker. Little did I know that they had already planned on revealing who the Shadow Broker was. And my God, when they did that, I mean, even after doing it, it's like it doesn't even feel like Mass Effect 2. It feels like you're playing Mass Effect 3 already.
Yeah, you remember the description I gave to you of the Shadow Broker?
I'll never forget that because I thought that it was like a Krogan or something, and then when I saw the Shadow Broker for the first time, because I was
it looks like a Krogan fucked a spider, which also fucked a big frog, while the big frog was